Hey folks, it's Dane, Jonah Guitars, with a box on the table, and I don't know if I explained this or not when I did the sharpening stone video, or at least when I opened that box. I did some side work. I actually took quite a long while, and I earned some extra money. I got a fraction for shop stuff of what I actually earned, but I was able to buy some things for the shop that I've been wanting to buy for quite some time. One of those was the stones, the Shasta glass ceramics. And in case you haven't seen that video, go on over and watch that video. I might put a link to it right in here. So this is the Corona edition. So I have my wipers here. What day is this? Just for some sort of relevance. I believe it's 17th, something around there, of April. And so I have some wipers here, so I can wipe my hands off after I'm done wipe things off. Anyway, I have been wanting what's in this box for quite some time. Let me grab something real quick. When I did this 1/8 inch veneer, you can see that right there. You can see how thick that veneer is. It's a good 1/8 inch. When I did this veneer of maple burl on top of this mahogany body, I clamped that on by hand and bent this arm contour with clamps and with wedges and whatnot. And so even long before that, I've been thinking that gluing tops down would be much more efficiently done. You guessed it yet? With a vacuum pump, or a veneer press, as some people call it. I don't do any, have never done any actual veneering, you know, but 1/4 inch drop tops, that sort of thing. Yeah, so it fills the box up. That's all that's in here. I ordered some glue too. Maybe that's in the other box. So I ordered the pump. I'll get stuff out of here and then I'll move the box. Ain't that pretty? I don't remember it. I didn't remember it was going to be orange. This is actually the smallest pump available from this company, which I believe was called Veneer. What's the name of this company? They have a very good website, a lot of information. It's called Vacuum Pressing Systems, Inc. The gentleman that runs it and is in a lot of the videos, very knowledgeable. I didn't feel for a second like they were trying to sell me something. You know, they were very, very clear about what the unit would do, and depending on what kind of needs you had. This is actually the least expensive pump that they sell. And I also did quite a bit of research into the venturi type that you put on your compressor, but you have to have your compressor running all the time. And I could go fire up my compressor for you and see what that experience is like. I think you've probably heard it kick on in some of my videos. It's not pleasant. Now, being that this was all wrapped in a plastic bag, although I touched the plastic bag, I'm not really paranoid. I work with the public all week, and they're nasty. Shouldn't say that. Alright, so now that we've got the handle wiped off, which is the only thing I think I touched outside of the bag, or inside of the bag, this also comes with instructions, which is great, and also comes with some weather stripping, closed cell weather strips, so that I could stick it on things and make vacuum clamps and whatnot. I suspect I'll have to read the bag or the info for that. Anyway, we're all clean. And it also comes with the quick attach hose and the filter, little debris filter there, which can just be unscrewed from here and emptied out. Okay, very cool. Now, I don't actually have a drop top lined up to do, but when I do it, I will be ready. I do have a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, I do have a bit more of that maple, and I could very easily make another thing like that. So until I actually use the thing and do some studying, but this can be on auto cycling, which means that once the bag sucks down, it just stops, and then it will kick on and off at predetermined pressures. Vacuum, I don't know if you call that pressure. Vacuum switch, this just gives you a plus or minus here, so you can set your low end, your high end. And then continuous run is for like when you're doing vacuum clamping. So if you had a clamping fixture of some sort like they do with guitar bodies, and you just make a seal and then put vacuum inside of it, and that sucks the guitar or object, whatever it is you want to clamp, up. So now we're going to grab the next item, which should be the vacuum bag, and hopefully some veneer glue that I purchased along with this, or maybe it's coming at a later time. Anyway, that's a pretty bright orange color. Let's just do this. And I watched the videos that were available at this website, and the owner, the guy in the video, pretty much convinced me that I really didn't need a super heavy duty bag for what I intend to do. And so there again, I'm doing guitar bodies, so I pretty much just went with the smallest bag that they had available, and in the vinyl. I forget how many mil it is, but it's very, very heavy duty vinyl. And I see what they did. They rolled up the bag, and I got this stuff as well on there. I forget what they call this, but it's a mesh that you put on top so that it'll still draw air and doesn't get sealed off somewhere. Trying to hold the box with my knees here. Oops. Okay, so we've got the bag, and the glue is in the bottom of the tube here. About a quart of that, or half a gallon rather. And this also comes with these inserts that go through the, they recommend making a platen basically out of melamine, like what my bench is made out of here. And you just score lines in it so that it can draw air. And you drill a hole, and the connection from this hose goes up through the bag into this insert you put in the platen, and it makes a nice seal that way. I believe you can just stick it right into the bag if you don't want to use one of those. I'm thinking that I could probably just lay a piece of this on the bottom of the bag, and then also on top of the guitar, and that will do it. Let me get rid of this stuff. Trash can handy right there. Okay, and then what? Got tape on here that I can get. I thought I just ordered a couple feet of this, but it's 40 inches long, I believe, as memory serves. And there's more paperwork here. Just explains the process. So once I kind of dry run all this stuff, and I know for sure that I'm not giving you some goofy information, I will probably do a video on this. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely be able to fit a guitar body in there. You got a couple guitar bodies in there. Uh-oh. Production. To do some experimentation to find out if you can limit the amount of vacuum so that you could do possibly a hollow body, not completely hollow, but a semi-hollow body kind of thing, and suck the top down without sucking it into the pockets and creating little divots where the supporting structure inside is. Okay, I was going to take a second and read these and see if I can turn this thing on just without having anything connected to it, just to see if just to show you how loud it is, because it's very, I think the decibels on this thing were under 70, and theoretically they say 70 is conversation, so that's not terribly loud. So the actual bag size of what I purchased here was 30 by 48, and the actual pressing size is 25 by 37, so just a fuzz over 2 by 3. If you have any questions about this sort of thing, go online and look these guys up. Vacuum pressing systems. I'll tell you, I got everything I showed you here, including the adhesive, the pump, the bag, the extra screen, for $400 and about 45 or 55, and then the rest of it was shipping, maybe a little over, maybe 460, something like that. Then they jacked the shipping up on me. I haven't seen the bill yet, but I think the shipping was around $45. So that I wasn't happy about, and there wasn't any way to communicate my unhappiness. I think the shipping was a little on the heavy side. Anyway, that's the only negative thing I have for you so far. I didn't see anything about not plugging this thing in, so I am going to plug it in. Yeah, this is wide open, so it might actually make more noise than it will when it's connected to something. There you go. That was startling. And actually, the other way is where it sucks pressure, but that is actually louder than when you have the. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's worth the money. I think the I think I said it already once in this video, but the air compressor type thing is, of course, as loud as the air compressor, and it's got to run the entire time. Venturi type pump basically creates a draft because the air compressor is blowing air through a venturi, and so it creates a draw and a vacuum on a little port they have there. putting one of those together probably would have cost me a couple $100, and that's just the pump. And this pump was 300 and change. Here you go, just for kicks. The compressor. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I did this. Okay, that's it. Super unboxing. Okay. Take care.